Okay, Top Gun, The Final Reckoning, the last film in the, as far as we know, it's the last film in the Mission Impossible franchise. Yeah, so this movie cost $400 million to make because Tom Cruise, he is a champion of filmmaking and champion of cinema. When COVID hit, he said, we're going to make this movie and we're going to pay these people the way that they deserve to be paid, and that costs. That's why this movie cost $400 million. Man. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only person my age, like me and the people on Twitter, we're the only people who give these movies the time of day. Because out here, bro, you'll never see someone talk about the Mission Impossible movies. If it's not like that fucking scene of Henry Cavill clocking his fucking forearms like they're guns, no one knows nothing about these movies whatsoever. That is like, I really want to say 18 to 49. Because you were probably 29. I'm not, like, yeah, like, really 18 to 20, like, more like 18 to 35. Because this movie lives off the, like, everyone over 35 kind of, like, are the only people that watch these movies. These movies never connected with the 18 to 35, like, my demographic. So it's like, they're talking about, oh, they keep, like, that's how I know they're probably not going to keep it going. Like, if they do another Mission Impossible without Tom Cruise, you're gonna have to get someone that can connect with my generation, or like can get them in the door. I'm not gonna say connect, because like if you watch these movies, Tom Cruise does a fantastic job as Ethan Hunt. You know what I mean? He's one of the best protagonists in cinematic history. Well, he's probably one of the most steadily well-written protagonists in cinematic history, because across eight to 9 films, he hasn't really been, you can't pinpoint a time where it's like, okay, that was bad, okay, that ruined him, okay, that set him back. You know what I mean? But I also think like Ethan Hunt as a character, like we've seen the way cinema's been changing. Like Ballerina just came out, and I look at the John Wick films, I look like at some of these action films as like, these people are just superheroes. They just don't fucking say it. Like, in my mind, John Wick, that whole universe, those people are like, the baseline human is above what we are. In the Mission Impossible films, I don't know. Because sometimes it really feels like Ethan is the only motherfucker doing this crazy shit. Everyone else has their moments, but no one else is doing crazy shit like he's doing crazy shit. And sometimes when I'm watching this shit, I be thinking to myself, if this motherfucker was a woman, they wouldn't have got past the third film. Sometimes, because I was watching, because like when they were doing that airplane shit, I was thinking to myself, if this motherfucker was a woman, we'd be not a chance in hell this would have got off the ground. There's not a chance in hell this would have got off the ground. She would have been called so many words, man. It's just like, so it's like, we just got to enjoy it while we can, because I don't think we're ever going to get any of a franchise like Mission Impossible. It's not like that's, we aren't told up front is like they're superheroes, they're super able. Like if they're not, we're never gonna get a franchise again like Mission Impossible where the people aren't super able, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So, and I really don't think we're gonna get another movie. But hey, Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, I think it does a great job of like. Do I think either part 1 or part 2 of these final 2 films, like, do I think these final 2 films are like amongst the franchise's best? No, I think the franchise probably peaked with like 4, 5, and 6. Like it probably peaked 4, 5, and 6, and now 7 and 8 are like, they're just tying up loose ends. But like, man, I don't know. Like I feel like this movie was long. It was like, I think it was over 3 hours or damn near 3 hours, and you felt it. Like you really felt it. Like it really doesn't like really. I don't want to say like it. The Luther stuff was good. But like the loser stuff would happen, and then it would slow the film down, and then it would get going again. You know what I mean? The submarine shit, I really tried to vibe with it. I know that's the dude from that show on Apple TV, Severance. I think that's what it's called. And I know a lot of people like that show. I haven't watched it yet. Something about that show just gives me vibes of like, I should wait. Let me wait until this whole thing's out. Let's see, because whenever I ask somebody what's the fucking show about, they can't give me a straight answer, so I'm just gonna wait. But I know he's big off that show, so a lot of people high on him and want him to be really well. And I liked him. I liked that dude. I liked him. I thought he was a good actor. Kathy O'Brien, you know, I love her. She was great in Star Wars stuff, great in Love Lies Bleeding. That's a movie that I thought was really good last year that a lot of people didn't get to talk about with her and Kirsten Stewart. But yeah, a person that I want to give a shout out to though is Haley Atwell. She's like, people have kind of been getting cold on her because that Captain Carter shit is, I don't know why Marvel's stuck on Captain Carter, so people have kind of been getting cold feet on Haley Atwell. But she's really, like, I thought I was going to really miss Rebecca Ferguson, but, like, she is stepped in her own, like, she's taken that little spot and stepped in and made it her own. You know what I mean? So, I think if there's anything great you can say about these last two films, or the last three films, it's Haley Atwell, in my opinion. So, yeah. Final Reckoning, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. A solid conclusion to the Mission Impossible franchise. Nothing to hang your head about. You know what I mean? If we don't see any of these people again, don't see anything from the Mission Impossible franchise again, I think there's nothing anyone should be upset about. You know, everyone did a bang up job. So Final Reckoning, 8 out of 10. Peace.